Welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments of the court and the opportunity to ask questions. Closing statements in the Piotr Shala trial were delivered this week. On Monday, the prosecution delivered its statement, followed by Victims' Counsel on Tuesday morning. The defense concluded its closing statement on Wednesday, after which the parties and participants responded and commented on one another's submissions. After this, submissions were made on the issue of reparations in case of conviction, and Mr. Shala addressed the court. The presiding judge has declared the case closed. In line with the rules, the judges of the trial panel will deliberate confidentially in order to reach a judgment on the charges in the indictments. The trial judgment shall be pronounced within 90 days of the closing of the case, unless the circumstances require additional time. In the case of Sabit Yanuzi, Ismet Batyari, and Haji Shala, the appeals panel on the 12th of April dismissed the appeal of Mr. Haji Shala against the decision of the pretrial judge extending his detention. In the same case, a public redacted version of the decision on review of detention of Ismet Batyari was issued last week. The pretrial judge decided to extend Mr. Batyari's detention, finding that while conditions proposed by the defense could mitigate the risk of flight, they could not restrict the accused's ability to obstruct the progress of Specialist Chambers proceedings and to commit further offenses. Specifically, the pretrial judge was of the view that Mr. Batyari would have the motive, means, and opportunity to exert pressure on witness 1 to dissuade him from participating in the proceedings or to otherwise tamper with evidence. The judge also found that Mr. Batyari's detention remains reasonable and proportionate. In the same case, the pretrial judge granted the Batyari defense an extension of time until the 19th of April 2024 to provide all necessary documents to request legal aid before the registry of the Specialist Chambers. On 15 April 2024, the trial panel, in separate decisions, extended the detention of Kadri Veseli and Hashim Thaci, finding for both accused that there remains a risk that they will obstruct the proceedings and commit further crimes, and that these risks can only be mitigated through the communication monitoring framework provided at the KSC detention facility, including those measures recently ordered by the trial panel. In this regard, the trial panel recalled that in the case of Mr. Thaci, its previous findings in the case of Mr. Thaci, that it appears that Mr. Thaci provided visitors with information elicited during the testimony of protected witnesses, and that the record suggests that he passed on to an unprivileged visitor instructions pertaining to a future SPO witness regarding the form and content of that witness's upcoming testimony. On the 15th of April, the trial panel in this case rejected Veseli's request for leave to appeal a decision on the admission of certain evidence. The panel found that the Veseli defense failed to establish any unfairness arising from the admission of the evidence and recalled that it had heard from both parties before rendering its decision. The next hearing in the Thaci et al. Case is scheduled to take place next Monday, the 22nd of April, starting at 9 a.m.